Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. We ran into some problems here in Roundfoot Town. Veldalinian and Rothian soldiers have joined forces to harass the gnomes here. We ended up fleeing, and as we made our escape, we funneled a bunch of them into an alleyway and took out a bunch of them, and that's kind of where we left off. We were running away. The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
Welcome
to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Friends and fellow travelers.
Okay, that's
Too much energy.
We're not nerds.
Are you like a geeky ghost?
I got my glasses in the toilet.
This is a spooky podcast.
So scary. No, this is the D20 Syndicate actual play podcast where we go on adventures so you don't have to.
We're actually really cool and not nerds. We just do nerdy shit on the weekends.
We're all, right now, if you could see us, we're all wearing sunglasses and leather jackets and smoking cigarettes.
And we're covered in muscles.
Yes.
Especially Lindsey.
We have so many muscles.
We
muscles.
all have really cool tattoos.
Yes.
Mine's barbed wire. Seth has one.
I have
a heart with mom in it.
It's a heart with mom in it, and on my butt cheek, it's me in a Lamborghini with a bunch of naked ladies, and we're driving off a mountain while I'm fighting a lion with a sword made out of leopard.
And it smells like Budisian fresh cedar in here. The coolest two smells that exist.
And we're all sponsored by Ed Hardy.
There's tattoos everywhere.
So yeah, none of that stuff is true. We're super nerds sitting in a living room recording this podcast while we play Dungeons & Dragons. And this is a bi-weekly Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. So make sure you check us out every Monday and Thursday. This episode should be, if we did everything correctly, should be coming out on a Thursday. So where we left off, you guys had just demolished a ton of soldiers in an alleyway.
Oh, yeah.
In Roundfoot Town.
There was a firestorm.
Hirstag, right before the trap door closed, you released hellfire and fury on these unsuspecting soldiers in this alleyway, and they very likely met a very burny death.
Probably.
And so now you guys are enclosed in darkness, but off in the distance is a flickering blue light.
We're kind of the what's his name? The Two-Face. We're like the Two-Face, the Dark Knight Two-Face, where
we're Dent.
Yeah, we're getting turned into the bad guys because we're getting forced to just burn everyone alive that comes in our path now.
Well, nobody forced you to burn everybody alive.
What should we have done?
Gone quietly. That's
Just
stupid.
literally.
Yeah, one of the people was literally like, "Come with us, and no bad will happen."
They're all
and you guys
liars.
Are like, "You know what we're gonna do?"
Go quietly.
Ever. You're becoming a wolf.
I'm gonna make it super difficult.
You've lied to us way too many times. Now we don't trust you or any of your NPCs.
Have we ever tried to go quietly?
Never, not a once. Have you ever done that? And I've put that so many times in your path. Town guards, all this stuff, like
kill them.
Yeah,
we went quietly.
Headbutt.
We went quietly to meet with the council.
Oh yeah.
That didn't turn out that good.
I mean, it was fine. You didn't get attacked.
They're on the hunting us now, so.
And they know who we are, and somehow...
But immediately...
They tried to kill us on an
also,
airship.
I need to bring this up, because somehow they know Hirstag is involved with us somehow.
Yeah, what's that about?
How?
Because he's the one who knows Cyan and his daughter, and I'm like, where did that information get to their heads?
So...
And he said they had agents. It's like, are the gnomes working with them or something?
That's kind of what
It's
I'm thinking now. But also, I kind of don't trust Hirstag.
Yeah, what are you thinking, you dwarf fuck?
So we need to have a little think conversation about...
How much time do we have left on
Hirstag
that?
can hear us.
Okay, I mean, it would
that
very
really
likely
that kind of breaks my
now.
heart, Gorbel, that you wouldn't trust me after all we've been through together.
Well,
Then
how
he
the fuck do
pulls
they
out
know
a
you?
gun slowly out of his robes. Just a fully automatic.
Just a desert eagle.
You guys just go up ahead. I'll hold them
Peeling
off.
off.
Perfect.
We always get stupid on the Thursday episode.
Yeah, we do. I think it's at that point that we're just exhausted. Anyway, so yeah, you guys are in this dark, enclosed area with a flickering blue light in the distance.
Does it look like a torch, like a blue torch?
No,
Okay.
Does it look magical?
it's possible.
Well, let's head that way because we have no other way
So,
to go.
what does this look like? Are we in like a long hallway?
You can't tell it's dark. Well, never mind. You can tell because you have dark vision.
I can super tell.
So yeah, it's a long hallway.
Mystery solved.
There goes all my tension.
Are we in a hallway or are we in a crevasse?
Is it a room?
Guys, let's go down this dark hallway towards the light.
As long as we know it's a hallway, I'm...
Should we go
Yes.
into the light?
Let's investigate the light.
Let's investigate this light.
We mosey toward the light.
Okay.
Mosey.
Mosey Twad.
I skip towards the light.
Are you sure about that?
No
No,
fog.
you're kidding.
I don't trust this guy.
Okay, so you guys all
We.
As they say in Rothia. You touch my wee-wee.
I touch your wee. It's an eye for an eye or a wee for a wee. Anyway, croissant.
How much longer? How much
Yeah, it's not tit for
longer
tat there, it's tit for tit.
do I have on my healing spirit?
How long does it last for?
1 minute.
It's gone.
Ah, fuck. Okay, that sucks.
Okay, so you head down the hallway. Okay, so you guys head down the hallway, and you're not joined by any of the gnomes at the moment that opened the area for you.
There's no side of them.
I'll give you 5, but that was real forced.
I think we may have exhausted the gnome puns.
I
There's
really
no
like
way.
gnome buddy. I did that a lot, I feel like.
Well, you guys
And
head down
that's
the
not that good.
you guys head down this hallway and towards the flickering light, and you eventually get into a dark room with one single light on the other side of it. It's widened out. You can tell just by looking around, but the room is empty other than this blue orb on the far wall. However, something keeps swinging in front of it. It's hard to make out. It's moving too quick, but it's making the light look as though it's flickering.
Can I try and roll investigate to see if this is some kind of a blade or trap of sorts?
It'd be a
Okay,
perception.
let's do that. 22?
22. Yes. So you can see just barely in this very, dark room, you can see that it is a rotating section of almost like a propeller on a ship, but it's going very, very quickly. You've never seen something quite like it.
Did they leave a note?
On the propeller?
The gnomes anywhere in the room, like, watch out for the propeller.
Weren't the gnomes waving
You-
us through?
You don't
they not
see
here?
They ran
anything
ahead.
in the
Ran
room. You don't see anyone in this room.
Did we see
on,
any
gnomes.
little gnome body parts?
You don't see any gnome body parts. It's a completely featureless room,
Huh.
though it is divided by this large
Can I
fan.
tell?
And it
Can I roll to see if I can? Actually, I might have detect magic here.
Can I roll hold person on a propeller? Hold propeller?
Yeah.
hold per person.
Actually, we don't have 10 minutes to cast that.
Hold propeller is a level 9 spell.
Can I roll Arcana to see if I can tell if this is like an illusion at all?
Sure. Yeah. If it looks like anything illusory.
Crazy
That wasn't
gnomes and
good.
their illusions.
That is not great. That is a 11.
It doesn't match the description of anything magical that you can think of.
Well, guys, this looks like a propeller of sorts. I haven't seen anything like this. Maybe this is a gnome contraption. Tomar, you helped out the gnomes make a contraption. Does this look at all like anything that makes sense to you?
Does it look at all like anything that makes sense to me?
I mean, it definitely... give me a perception roll.
Out of curiosity, are there any other outlets or hallways, pathways?
Doesn't seem that way.
21.
Yeah, it looks gnome-made. This looks like possibly a part of their engineering.
Is gnome-made like lemonade?
Not-
It's like
not to
homemade.
be confused with homemade, yeah.
Gnome brew camping.
Yeah, it looks gnome-made. Constructed, engineered, perhaps.
How fast is it moving?
It's moving very fast. Fast enough that it was hard to make out at first
How
what it was.
big is it?
It fills the entire room, about 20 feet long.
Can we tell if there's any levers on this side of the room?
You don't see anything on this side of the room. This is, like I said, it's a completely featureless room. And there's this, and on the other side, underneath that blue light, is a doorway.
Is there conveniently a giant boulder nearby?
There's not.
How far
Yeah.
across is it?
Across the room?
From
you-
where we are to the other place.
About another 30 feet.
Okay.
So the propeller's spinning that far?
The propeller divides the room. It's about 15 feet away from you. The whole room itself is about 30.
Oh, so we can go into the room a little bit.
Yes, you've got about 15 feet of room, 20 feet across.
I don't have much I can do.
Right. I can't. I just shoot arrows at it.
Do you think I should do my mislead and use my illusory double to cross through, see if anything happens?
You could. That'd be a good.
Can
way
your
with the
illusory
trap.
double touch interact with things?
Would a mage hand be strong enough to hold a propeller?
No.
If there's a lever over there,
If
it'd be
there's a
strong
lever on
enough
the
to
other
pull a
side, it
lever.
can pull the lever, which is, that's what you want to look for. See what the orb does.
If only the gnomes hadn't pieced so quickly.
This can move up to twice my speed. It can gesture, speak, and behave in whatever way I choose.
But it can't
So it
interact
can't.
physically with things.
I don't think so. I know it can't attack or anything like that. It can basically just be like me walking around, but I could walk through it. Maybe it's all just a
But you can see through it,
mirage.
right?
You can't see through the...
Like you can see through its eyes, right?
Oh, yeah. But real me will be blind and deaf.
Yeah, so I guess we should try to get a view of what's going on the other side of the propeller.
What's this orb look like?
It's about 3 foot in diameter. It's sitting above the door, and it's just a circular orb that seems to be pressed into the wall itself. It's in almost like a sconce.
Can anyone try and reach over there and pull the orb out of the wall?
Is it like where the propellers are gonna hit us?
So
Could a mage hand
it's
squeeze
right here.
around the propeller?
I mean, a mage hand can move anywhere.
It can
within
go
a
right
certain-
through it.
With a certain distance.
Yeah, what's the distance for where it can be summoned?
I think 30 feet.
Yeah.
That's the perfect distance.
You have
mage
Pinwin?
hand, right?
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
We have 2 hands?
I think we could both use them, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, each hand
Double.
can use 10 pounds of force, so if you use them together, then
20 pounds. So much.
What are you thinking?
I don't know.
Pinwin and I look at each other and high five.
Yeah.
How about the propeller, though?
What about it?
Well,
what
this
about
sucks.
what is your question, Hirstag?
Yeah,
Well,
what?
like, were you planning on doing anything with the mage hands, or
Yeah,
were
our
you just
mage.
planning
we're going,
on high-fiving?
No, we high fived with our real hands.
We should high five with our mage hands. Let's be real.
The mage hands are
Gonna
going to go
high five.
through and past the propeller.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so tell me how you guys are going to do this.
I have never used Mage Hand before.
I haven't either.
It's just a cantrip.
Spectral hand.
Whip
it can
that shit
move
out.
stuff. It's a minor telekinesis spell.
Show me on the map where you guys are going to cast the hand.
Show me where it touched you.
I would like to do it. If we can't see anything along the walls beyond the propeller, I'd like to do mine close to the door. Close to the orb and all that.
So right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that where you're going to do yours as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys cast Mage Hand,
Yeah.
and these two glittery, ethereal hands. What color are each of your hands in this magical scenario?
Golden.
That's exactly what I was thinking,
So
too.
two gold hands, glittery gold hands appear
I
floating.
look at Pinwin again. Gold? Gold? Yes.
Do they have spirit
Great
fingers?
mind.
Yeah, they're like wiggling their fingers. The hands are floating up and down in the air. Now
Can we make our mage hands high five?
That's up to you.
I'm gonna have my mage hand go to high five yours.
So you guys see the two golden hands clap.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cute. But suck if that was the end of the spell. Like, that's all it does.
It'd be really funny if these hands are worthless and everyone's hype about the mage hands and they just don't do shit.
So now what do we do with them? Like feel around on the wall?
Well, you see that
Find a
orb
lever?
over there?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
go
there's
touch
the
the
orb.
orb.
The orb might be powering it.
Okay, so you guys touch the orb.
Yeah.
Okay, if there's a can you feel through the mage hand? I don't think you can.
I don't think so.
Well, okay. It's touching the orb, you can see it. What would you like to do?
Nothing's happening?
Just touching it? No.
Ah, shit. Okay, I'm going to cast Mislead and send my body double across.
Wait, is that going to get rid of your mage hand?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Were you just gonna touch it with the mage hand? That's all you're gonna do?
Probably do other stuff. Try
Maybe we can try
yank
to
on it or
lift
something.
tickle it, flick it, pinch it.
Okay, let's pull on it,
You guys
rub
gonna
it.
bop
Try
it.
to lift up the...
Fondle that
orb.
thing.
Okay, so what are you gonna tell me? What you're gonna do? Are you using these in unison, or what are you gonna do?
Yes.
To do what?
Together, lift up
To push
the
it,
orb.
touch it, like try to figure out if there's a way to get it out.
Okay. Well, you have to be more specific.
We're trying
than
to
that, 'cause
find
you
any
'cause
sort
you
of
can't-
give in
You can't
it.
feel through it.
I know, but
There's so that you wouldn't be able to tell if there was give.
right, but if there were give,
Check
it would
and
just
see if you can feel
happen.
through it.
Like it would.
You
Try
just
to
have
yank it
test
out of
by
there.
Yanking. It's not like
Yeah.
yanking would make it disappear or anything. So, is that what you want to do? You want to yank?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So you guys both yank with your mage hand. 10 pounds of pressure apiece, and you hear a as the mage hand wrests the orb from the wall, and you hear tink and you watch as it hits the ground. Tink, 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 tink,
Whoa.
tink, and it goes dark. It's no longer glowing.
Oh, man.
And then you hear thump, 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 thump,
Ah.
as the fan slows to a full stop.
Cool.
Tits.
Nice.
I mean, good job.
So now I'm gonna go through there.
And now it's dark, right?
Hirstag's cut in half.
Yes. It's
And
very dark.
on my goggles go.
All right, so you guys cross. The big blades are sharp looking, so you can see that right now. They're made out of metal, and there's some mechanism that they are connected to that you cannot see. There's about a 3-foot gap in the floor where the blades move through. That right there, that strip, 3 foot crossed.
Okay.
Guys, watch your step, watch your heads.
I'm going on through.
All right, you guys hop on through, and are you gonna head through the door?
I want to see if I can put the orb back in once we pass this area.
Okay, you're gonna pick it up. Mm-hmm. All right. Feels kind of heavy, but it feels like
Is it
maybe
like a
couple of
stone
pounds.
or glass?
It looks like it might be made out of like glass.
Okay.
Something like a heavy, thick glass, because it looks iridescent, like it could be iridescent.
Like an absolute bottle.
Exactly like an Absolute bottle.
Okay.
This episode brought to you by Absolute Vodka.
And
It's in
Hungry
the
Man
orb.
Dinners.
Is absolute iridescent?
No, we lost our
No, just like glass and
we
heavy.
lost our funding from Hungry Man.
Oh, man. Come on, Hungry Man.
And it's back. We just got word that Hungry Man is back in.
So yeah, as we pass through the doorway, I would like to put that orb back in there.
Okay. So you lean up and you're just able to kind of tip it into that little sconce, and the light comes on again, and the fan starts again behind you.
Do we have anything that we can place over this light to block it from view?
Hirstag,
If
you sound
anyone
really
is
weird.
chasing us?
Or maybe
Why are you
a
talking
trap.
like
We
that?
could put a trap in.
Trap.
I think this already is a trap.
I mean, it is, but a double trap? Oh,
So I
okay. That went over well.
will... So no one has, like, a shirt or anything to toss over it quick?
What are you wearing?
I've got some, armor, a robe. No one has any extra cloth or anything to throw over this?
A rope would probably work.
I don't want to waste my rope on it. All right, let's just keep moving.
All right, so you guys cross through the doorway into another darkened hallway. This one is long, maybe 100 feet long.
It's all dark in there.
Yes, but you do see with your dark vision, it looks as though there may be a door, a closed door at the end of this hallway.
Do you guys see that?
Is that a door?
I think I see it.
Exciting.
Let's proceed carefully down this long hallway.
Yeah.
Is anyone
Can
good
I-
at checking for traps or anything?
Is anyone good? Yeah, I'm gonna check for some traps.
All right.
Can I roll perception or survival?
I will have you do investigation.
Or investigation. Okay. Hey. 22.
22. You very carefully move down the hallway ahead of everyone else. You get close to the end near the door, and you are feeling, and you look, and the color of the floor just in one section looks a little bit different than the rest of the floor right ahead of you.
This floor is kind of a different color. I don't really know exactly what day it is, but pretty weird.
It could be a pressure plate.
It's probably a trap.
Don't step on that.
Do you know how to disarm traps at all, Pinwin?
You could just walk around it.
Do I know how? I mean, I should know how to disarm traps, right?
If you have,
I mean, simple traps, but
Thieves'
you're not.
tools.
Yeah,
Could I-
You're a ranger, not a
Yeah.
rogue.
We could just walk around it.
Could we?
could.
Jump over it?
I mean, it takes up most of the area in front of you, but there is space on either side. You have to be very, very careful. Looks like about 6 inches on either side.
Okay. All right.
You mean 6 inches of clearance?
Yes, on either side. It's directly in the center.
So if we just scooch across,
All right, give me a
Wait, you said there's only 6 inches on any side of
either side.
That's a tight squeeze.
Should I use my mage hand? Because we still have them. It hasn't been a minute yet, right?
You can cast
It-
that
Already done.
as many times as you want.
yeah, it's a cantrip. It would already dispersed.
Oh.
It's been over a minute.
Dang.
You
I
can
was
cast
gonna-
it again
I was
for
gonna
free.
see if it like melted or what it'd do.
it's
I
a
mean,
cantrip.
You can use it again.
Yeah, you can use it.
Okay. Well.
You could even use it to just push the pressure plate.
Oh.
One
Okay.
more a safe distance away to see what it does.
Okay.
Hopefully, it doesn't just shoot a bunch of arrows straight down the hallway.
That would
Okay.
suck.
Well, should we see what it does? I can get my mage hand out and poke that weird thing. The color? I don't know. Worth a try. I'm gonna do it. Okay.
Sure, give it a poke.
Okay, so you summon the mage hand again, and you're gonna press on that plate.
Yep. I'm gonna
Alright.
poke it really hard.
Okay, so you poke it really hard, and as you push down on it, the door at the end of the hallway, about 20 feet beyond you, swings open.
Well, it was a good pressure plate.
Oh.
Maybe. Do we trust it?
Does it stay open?
Are you? Do you remove the mage hand?
No, I'll keep it there.
Okay,
Might as
then
well.
staying open.
All right, well, let's head that way. Keep the hand there in case it just slams shut.
All right, so you move and you guys head out that door. Mm-hmm. Okay, you head out the door and you are met with another hallway, but this one is you can't go forward. You can only go left or right.
T intersection.
as it were. They both are long.
Can we look down?
And both hook.
Basically
the one to the left
identical.
hooks to the right. The one on the left hooks to the left.
Like perhaps they reconnect
The right
at some
hooks
point.
to the left. Sorry.
Can I see if there's any, like, tracks, any evidence of gnomes passing through? Maybe?
Looks like this. You can try. Roll for perception or investigate.
Okay.
8. You don't really see anything that could really point you in one way or the other.
Okay. Alright.
Should we just move along?
I guess. I don't know. I can't.
Want to go left?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't care.
All
Fuck
right.
it, let's go.
Okay, you guys hang left, and the hallway goes down about 25 feet and then hooks to the right. Gonna follow it around?
We keep going.
All right. You turn the corner, there's another hallway, and there's a door at the end.
So many hallways and doors.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand on the door
Okay.
and have it open the door.
There we
Okay.
go.
Or try to open the door.
All right. The door opens. There's Wayne Light on the other side. Looks to be another hallway, but at the far end, there's a torch.
Who's Wayne?
Bruce Wayne.
All right,
Batman.
Are we in the Batcave?
cautiously proceed.
All right.
Yeah.
Does the
cautiously.
torch look like it's on a wall, or is it?
It's on a wall.
Okay.
Yep, on the left-hand side.
Okay.
And as you see another door at the end next to that torch, you walk down the hallway. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you get to the door.
Mage Hand.
You mage hand and open the door again, and you are bathed in light.
Oh.
Wayne Light?
This one is Blaine Light.
Nice.
Dane Light. This is Dane Cook. It's like, oh, God.
I use my Mage Hand to close it.
No, thank you. We'll stay lost. Yeah, and as your eyes adjust, you are you're at the edge of a large room, and you're on a balcony with a staircase that leads down this large room, and there are many, many gnomes in this large room. It's about 150 feet across. It looks like you guys are close to the ceiling. You're about 15 feet from the ceiling, but it drops down to be about 50 feet of ceiling. It's this big, nice, huge room. There appears to be a bar at one side, and these guys are having a good time. They are chilling, drinking. They're not doing anything too crazy. Seems like they're relaxing very casually. There's not like music playing or anything like that, but they're all just having like a good time. Almost like it's just like a really chill tavern.
Do they see us?
As you open the door, they all just kind of look up at you and wave. Hello, 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 hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
This is not what I expected.
Yeah.
I'm
Hirstag, you
taken
see
aback.
down below, a couple of the gnomes down there are several of the gnomes that opened the secret passageway for you.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, those guys helped us.
My friends, have you seen Rory or Pidgey or Redlin?
There's a moment of pause, and they kind of look around, and then you hear in the back, you see somebody with a tankard. Hey! And it's Rory.
All right, I'll make my way towards Rory.
All right, you guys head down the stairs then?
Yeah.
Okay. You're met with different. These are almost all of these gnomes you have not seen before, and they look a bit more martial in general. There's a more severe look to their faces and their form, and they all seem to be wearing, for the most part, kind of a uniform. It's a very very tightly worn outfit with a long string of brass buttons and starched slacks and boots. These guys all look to be part of some sort of unit of some kind.
I pull one aside.
Sorry. How's it going?
I think it's a little bit better now. What is this place?
Well, you see, this is where the Sacred Resistance happening right now. We're trying to fight back here, and this is where what's left of the town guard.
This is where you're fighting back?
This is where we're laying low for the moment till we can strike out tonight. We're gonna have ourselves a raucous good time, and we're gonna hit them while they're sleeping.
How long have they been here? I walk up.
How long have we been here?
Yeah.
Well, we've been making plans for the last few days since the whole thing went to shit, and well, we're pretty sure we've got a good eye on where they're staying. They're staying just outside the city, and we're planning on attacking. There won't be a moon tonight, and the storm's perfect cover. But we know these mountains like nobody else.
How many gnomes have been lost?
Oh, I'd say at least 100 in the fighting. They kind of sprung on us, mostly just peasants, and a few of us fighting were lost. And it seems like our numbers dwindled pretty heavily. I think we were able to get a goodly sum down in the mines, though.
Yeah, we encountered them on our way into the city.
No, you've seen them. That's great. Is everyone okay?
Seemingly.
They're holding on.
Made it out.
Well, that's...
Have you seen battle?
I have, yes.
Were you fighting Rothian soldiers, or were they from Veldalin, or?
It was a bit of Rothia, looked like a bit of Veldalin, and some hobgoblins.
Do you know?
Spits on the ground when he says hobgoblins.
Do you know what is going on, or what the reason for them being here is?
I'm not sure. They just kind of came out of nowhere, didn't really say much as to what they're doing, but we fought as hard as we could until they drew us back here, but this is our city, and we'll be damned if we're gonna let them take it.
Did they just start attacking you?
Yes, they just came on these floating ships that I wish we had the ingenuity to come up with those in the first place, but I'm not sure how that happened. But there's 3 of them, and they all just kind of started climbing down on their ropes into the city themselves, and just without any so much as a "how you doing, sir," and they just started firing on us and fighting us.
Do you know about the wolves of Moonreach?
Seems I've heard some things about the wolves. Yeah, looks they're starting a rebellion or something against the crown. That's what I've heard.
And what do you think about that?
I want to specify, are you still wearing your mustache and fancy hat?
Yeah, can I redo that?
And what do you think about the wolves of Moonreach?
Well, I don't know too much about it, but if they're starting a rebellion against those fuckers upstairs that started raining hellfire on us, then I think they're probably the all right sort.
I'm gonna take off my mustache and hat and be like, "Hi, I'm Pinwin Dingleroot."
Hi, Pinwin. What? Why are you hiding your features?
Well, you see, I'm a wolf of Moonreach.
Well, that's interesting information. You hear that, lads? We got the wolves of Moonreach here. And you hear like a cheer. Hey!
But part of why they're here, the people assaulting this town, might be because of the wolves of Moonreach.
What you mean?
I think they were trying to draw us here.
Well, how's that? How would they make sure that you'd come here?
I don't know. They might think we're the giving sort, or want to protect people from their villages being destroyed, because
A few days ago, a couple gnomes came to our settlement asking for assistance here.
not sure how they knew how to get to our settlement.
Well, what were their names?
Did we ever find out
I
their
was
names?
very under the influence.
They were injured. I don't know if we even got their names. Like, we had them
Injured how?
How were they injured, Seth?
Well, I described it. If you'll remember, they
That
had
was
singed
ages
clothing and the one of them was near death. Remember, he passed out while he was trying to recite who attacked.
They were older, right?
Yeah.
They were older folk. They looked singed. One was clinging to life.
Singed him.
Came on horse.
A horse.
No, it was like a donkey.
Oh, pony.
Pony. They were sharing a
They
pony.
came on baby horses.
Well, I don't know if you had a name or something, I might be able to help you out here, but
We
I don't
did
know.
encounter another gnome on the road, though, and his name was Galen.
Galen. That's not much of a gnome name.
He had a great sword.
A gnome with a great sword named Galen. Well,
He's the one who led us to the mines.
He didn't know much about survival.
well, I don't know if I recognize the name Galen, but yeah. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. That doesn't sound familiar to me.
What are common gnomish names so we don't have this problem later on?
Well, I'm Dwarsnoid. If that gives you any indication, we've got Haggish over there, and of course one of the most famous gnomes in the most modern sense of the word would be Broomwraith. I don't know if you heard of him. He was a crown guard for a while till he met his mighty end, helped defending the crown.
Now,
Have you heard of Mori Mudfury?
Yes, I think I've heard of Mori Mudfury. Yeah, a little unbalanced, a couple of screws loose, but keen on the explosives.
well, we think she's great.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I've met her personally, but I've heard some interesting things about her.
I hate to imply anything, but do you know of any gnomes in this area who may perhaps have allegiance to the crown and the council?
Well, I thought we all part of the Veiled Crown at one point, but it seems like things are taking a different turn here.
Yep.
Do you know of why any gnome would want the town sieged?
Well, it could be. There's been a couple of little political incidences here in the last few months. There's a big dividing kind of two parties separating this town, kind of down the middle almost.
Bloods and Crips.
Bloods and Crips, yeah. You've heard of them.
You can't escape that shit.
Now we've got the Cask Hand
Gnome
party
drive-bys.
and the Heavy Fall party. They're divided on how we should
Say
best
that again?
the Cask Hand party and the Heavy Fall party.
Cask Hand.
Cask Hand, like a hand with a cask.
Cask Hand.
And the Heavy Fall,
Heavy Fall.
yes.
Oh, are you allied with either?
Well, my last name's Cask Hand, if that's anything. I'm part of the Cask Hand party.
What's the difference between the two parties?
Well, we've been thinking about perhaps going back to the old ways and going a bit independent with making Roundfoot Town part of its own nation, kind of separate like those elves do up there in the Blood Forest.
Now, Zoid,
You can
Mr.
call me Zoid if you like, yeah.
Mr. Caskand, who is in charge here?
Well, I'm thinking that'd be me for the moment.
You're leading these troops?
Yes, I am the captain of the guard, as it were.
Man, it was lucky that I just pulled you aside out of nowhere.
You got a good eye for martial prowess, I suppose.
I guess I do.
What does he look like?
So he is roughly average gnomish height. He's got curly blonde hair, and he's got a bit of scruff on his face. He looks really exhausted. He's got really big eyes with like dark circles underneath them, so they all kind of look really tired. You do notice that on his collar is a big bright, looks like a fresh scar from recent battle probably. But he seems like the hardy sort. Real square in his shape, almost dwarvish. He's very like barrel chested.
So, we should probably go over the plan for tonight.
Oh, you thinking you want to join up?
Well, we're not just going to sit down here twiddling our thumbs.
Well,
We thinned out quite a bit of their numbers while we were out there.
I don't doubt it. I just thought maybe you'd want a bit of a rest first.
We
We
definitely
don't-
need a rest, but are you going, like, how long are you going to... When are you going?
As soon as it gets dark enough and they start putting down for the night, so I'd say roughly another 5 or 6 hours.
Now, Zoid, do you have any gnomes down here that are part of the Heavy Fall party?
No, the Heavy Fall party is a bit more of the aristocracy here, so there's not many of them down here right now.
Where would they be?
Well, I don't know. It's quite possible that they could be down in the mines. Could be that they're somewhere else.
That sounds like a spot for the aristocratic type.
Well, there's many hiding spots here in Roundfoot Town, and many are only able to be found by the gnomes themselves.
Have the lower levels of the city been touched?
Don't know, not by us. It's possible that there could be any manner of sort down there, but at the moment, no, not by us.
Where's your main seat of government?
Well, normally it's
Normally.
normally it's on the third level. It's where you see a lot of marble buildings. It's the oldest level, in fact, coincidentally enough.
I ran by there, I think.
Yeah, that would be where the seat of government normally is if the whole town wasn't turned upside down.
So things you should know. The leader of the siege is one of the Crown's Guard, sent from Deepminster directly.
Wow. Was that
What's her name?
That
Clavara.
Clavara.
Not Clavanya.
We didn't know that yet,
Clavara
did we?
Thundersnatch.
Yeah, you guys didn't. You two didn't know this. So this is news to you two.
Clatara Thundersnatch.
Clitoris Dingleroot.
Pinwin, your mom.
It's a beautiful name. Yeah, Clavara. She's well known for her assassination abilities and her speed.
What's with the beak?
With that, yeah, I don't know. Everybody's got they've got their thing, I guess.
Also, the gnomes from the mines, I helped them build a machine that helps with sieges or preventing them.
Oh, you don't say. You got a bit of maybe gnome blood, maybe a few generations back.
No. But, I'm all dwarf, baby. But no, there's, it's overturned in the town square. So we could use that to our advantage if need be.
All right.
We relocated.
I like the way that sounds.
Do we have any means of communication with the gnomes that are stationed in the mine?
No, we weren't actually sure. We were able to usher a big group of them down there, but we weren't actually sure if they made it because we had to go pull back for the fighting.
There is a large group down there, and they could be of great assistance.
That's good. I'm glad that the guardians down there maybe kept them safe.
How secure
We
are
met
you
one
in
of
here?
those.
You met one of the guardians,
The stone creatures?
and here you stand. That's very impressive. I'm
Barely.
quite shocked, actually. You must be stronger than you look.
Hey. What did you say,
Is that
Hirstag?
a compliment? How secure are you here?
Well, you tell me. Probably not many that could find that. If we hadn't opened it up for you, probably wouldn't be able to find it
Has there
themselves.
been anyone that made it through?
No, we've been
Sounds
sending
good.
out little vanguards here.
Well, I would like to get some rest, and then we can really help out tonight.
Well, we've got a few nice, comfy beds. There's some hay. You can definitely sleep in that, or just find a corner, scratch yourself up, blanket, and go to town, my friend.
All right, sounds good.
So wait, how long until the attack starts?
5 or 6 hours, I'd say.
All right.
Is there any way we could make sure that it's 6 hours?
For some mechanical
At least.
Well, we'll see what we can do. But if you're willing to help, it might behoove us to wait slightly longer to let you rest up.
I think it'll be worth it.
I think we also need to sit down and have a thorough briefing.
All right. Well, when you're ready, I'll be over by the bar, getting absolutely shite-faced and just waiting for tonight.
That's probably a good idea.
I thought so.
All right. We'll catch you in a few.
All right. Well, let me know if you need anything.
Well,
Guys, this is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Heavy Fall gnomes are even still here?
I don't know. They might be the ones in the mines. But maybe some were sacrificing the others so they could have majority. Which one was the one that wanted to secede from Veldalin, and which ones were loyal?
I think Heavyfall were the loyalists, right?
That's what he indicated, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that maybe the Heavyfall have some loyalty to the crown and could be working against their own people.
It said that the Heavyfall were aristocrats. Do we remember what their clothing was like? The gnomes that we saw in the mine.
I mean, they pretty much indicated they were all mostly like laborers and artisans down there, so it was very
that's the
utilitarian.
impression I got. Eating their stone soup.
So we haven't seen any aristocrats.
Not yet.
Anybody in here look fancy?
With the cursory scan, it doesn't seem like anybody. Like I said, everybody seems to have like a harder edge to them for the most part, except for Rory and the gang from down below.
I'm gonna go rest over by Rory.
All right. How's it going, lad?
Oh, I feel like garbage.
Well, you look pretty good, I'd say, despite.
Yeah. I've had my fill of falling down chasms for the day.
Oh.
Explosions and naked people.
Oh, that's real fun.
Shook me down to my core. All those willies and boobies bouncing about.
All right, so you're up at the bar. What's everybody else doing?
Who's up at the bar?
Tomar.
I was gonna rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all
So
going
you're-
to rest.
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
rest.
But as
Yeah.
we were walking away, I was kind of saying, this is some fucked up shit,
Gotcha.
and I don't know who to trust.
You said
I
it
mean,
to them.
I trust these gnomes,
I think they seem okay.
but I don't know about these Heavyfall party characters.
You sound like real dickheads.
And I feel like somebody has been snitching on us. Hirstag, did you mention the Wolves of Moonreach to Cyan when you met him?
No, I mean, I didn't. I had never met you guys at that point.
But you had heard of us.
I'd heard of you, and
We never came up in conversation.
I mean, I guess with people who, I mean, I had to hear about you some way. I just heard about you through people that I met.
Did Cyan ever mention the Wolves of Moonreach?
I don't think so.
Those gnomes showed up at a really convenient time now that I think about it. We were all inebriated and just got done playing a drinking game.
Yeah, and it was right after we had gotten back into the town.
And why would they stop at Wolves Rest? It's like days away.
How
from-
would they know we were even there?
You know, I don't know if you guys know anything about divination magic at all.
What is that?
I don't.
Have you ever heard of
Actually-
scrying?
Yeah, I am
Crying?
a little bit familiar
Scrying.
with divination magic, but why don't you tell them?
Well,
real crafty Tomar.
Why don't you just tell us what it is?
well,
Yeah, so they cry and it's
I said the word is scry. Scrying.
Scry.
So divination magic, it basically, it's a type of magic that allows you to kind of reach out and view people magically from a distance, see the future, see the past, stuff like that.
It's like a crystal ball.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Hirstag, do you know what a crystal ball is?
No. I was just going along with it.
Can you
I got that
tell?
impression.
Can you tell that you're being scryed by somebody?
I mean, I know there are ways to block it. I've heard of it, but I don't know how. But
I feel like we've been scryed all over the damn
I'm
place.
wondering if people just randomly,
Lots of
very
scrying up in
conveniently are showing up, for
Scry
you
me a
guys,
river.
there's a chance that you're being scryed upon.
I don't like that. I don't like being watched.
Yeah, basically they
Why
can
is-
watch you with magic if they've got a strong enough magic user.
Why is it called scry?
Scry.
It's a word that
Scry
means to
not.
view.
Yeah, that's a meaning of the word.
Okay.
Well, all right.
5 experience for that facial expression. That
What'd she say?
She was like, scry not. For those of you listening, she did like a shrugging motion and then like eyes closed, smirk, like it's one of those things that doesn't really translate, so I apologize.
Gonna have to make a video. of
It's
this at some
basically
point.
this noise in an expression.
Am I right?
All right, so back to the conversation at hand.
So we need to look up how to block that shit.
Scry blocking.
as kind of a safety measure.
Get some scryware.
I don't know if there's any way to detect it either. We might have to look into that.
Shit. People have been spying and scrying on us this whole time, I bet.
They may have. That's just an idea. Theory.
Well, I'm gonna rest.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna all rest? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys find various ways of resting, and then after a few hours, Dwaznoid,
Oh god, it's Noid, not Zoid.
he's not gonna say anything.
Oh, I feel like a dick.
Just called him Zoid.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You still think he's Zoid.
Out of character, I feel like a dick. Dick.
He approaches you, Gorbel, since you were the most interactive with him. So, you said you wanted to go over the plan at some point and get the troops together.
Yeah, wanna huddle up and tell us what's going down?
All right, sure. And everyone in there seems to be like getting ready and putting on their like weaponry and their armor, and you see all these little gnomes in various stages of
Undress.
of battlement. But yeah, they kind of form a circle around Dwaznoid, and he kind of calls out, "All right, then. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go out of here under the cover of night. We're gonna crawl out of the east gate in the city. We're gonna skirt around, and we're gonna strike them there in the mountains where they've got their camps set up. And we've already got some scouts set up to alert us in case anything goes south before we get there. However, we're gonna make sure of it. Make sure you bring your furs, lads, because it's gonna be a cold and frosty one out there. Then, as we move along, we're going to extinguish any scouting camps that they've got set around to trip us up in our step. And then we're gonna move down, surround the place, and we need a group, smaller group, to go down into the camp itself and see what's going on. We're not sure what's going on in that big tent in the center, but we know a lot of their captains and generals are going in and out of there. So we need a small group to sneak inside there and take care of what's ever going on in there.
We'll do that.
Will ya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that the only group that's going to be splitting off from the main party?
That's one of the groups that we need. We need another group to go down a little bit further down into the pass, where they've got their secondary settlement up there, where they've got most of their horses and their supplies. And we need somebody to raise it to the ground.
I mean, we'll leave that to you guys.
All right.
Do we have any way to communicate between groups?
Well, we typically have these, and he pulls a little trinket out of his pocket, and it's got 3 sides to it. It's looks like a little, almost like a fuse in a sense. It's brass on either side, and then the center is almost like a little lantern. But there's 3 sides. He says, "This is how we communicate. Red means danger, green means all clear, yellow means caution." And that's kind of the best way we know of communicating.
How do you use it?
You twist the knob and till the color goes, and then you push the knob back in and it'll send it to all of the other ones. And there's as many times as it blinks, that's which one of these trinkets is actually activated. So if we have 4 of them out there, and it blinks 4 times, that's number 4. If it blinks 2 times, that's number 2, and you know who keeps track of each of the teams. We're going to have 3 separate teams going out there. So if you guys are going to be in one of the teams, I need to give this to one of you guys.
That's impressive.
And what happens? What do you do if danger happens?
Well, if danger happens, and if you're nearby or you know what's going on, you either get the fuck out of there or you get the fuck in there. It really depends. It's not super detailed, but it works. It's a good way of knowing whether something's in the clear or if you need something.
What's the third team doing? Are they handling the scouts, you said?
The third team's handling scouts and going to be busy surrounding the camp to make sure nobody else leaves.
Yeah, I feel like we need to head towards the most dangerous place.
I'd say that's the team that goes inside the camp itself and gets in that main tent, sneaks in there and sees what's what.
We're super good at sneaking, so...
I'll take that.
So he hands that to you, Gorbel. Be careful with it, it's very fragile. It's got a lot of moving parts inside and may not look like it is a very complex instrument.
I tuck it into my pocket.
Have you seen how many soldiers are around the camp?
Well, our best estimate from our scouts says, we saw about 100 soldiers inside the city today, and there's at least another 150 outside.
Are the soldiers still in the city?
We don't know. We haven't sent anybody out to see yet. There was a loud explosion a little bit ago before you all arrived, and I'll reckon that was all of you guys setting stuff on fire out there. We had to send one guy out to put out some of the fire.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's quite all right. It's all in the casualty of war and defending the city.
Yeah.
Well, are there any more questions?
Is there anything we should know about getting down to that main level?
Well, you'll travel with the second group. We'll make you group one. You've got the group one there, the little trinket, and you'll travel with the second group until they surround the city, and then at that point it'll be on you to get inside the best way you know how.
If we need to evacuate, where do we go?
If you need to evacuate, well, you can. That's kind of one of those things that's why it's the most dangerous part. We're not sure you'll be able to escape if you got to evacuate.
Cool.
It could be a suicide mission. So, maybe reflect inwardly if it's something you're willing to do. Many of us are willing to die for this cause, but you guys are from outside the city. We don't have much for explosives. Not here.
We have a lot of alcohol.
We do have a lot of alcohol. Would you like to borrow it?
Yeah, let's borrow it.
How much you need?
How much you got?
Oh, we've got a few casks, a few kegs.
Ever heard of a Moonreach cocktail?
Can't say that I have. What is it? No, not really the time for drinking. That was earlier.
Oh, it's not for drinking.
Well, what's it for then?
Explosions.
I don't follow.
Bottle alcohol go boom with fire.
Oh, I see you're a scholar.
Me book good.
So you want to borrow a bunch of bottles of alcohol, set them ablaze, and turn them into explosions?
You got it.
All right. I like the cut of your jib. How much you need?
As much as we can carry.
All right. You want to carry a keg? You want to carry some bottles on you?
Bottles.
All right.
Smaller ones that we can launch by hand.
Well, somebody start filling up some bottles with the strongest alcohol you got. We gotta get these lads going and make sure they can make all the explosions to their heart's content.
And just so you guys know, here's how to make one. And then I go up to the bar and I throw it together.
Okay.
Show them, put a rag in. You want this long enough that you have time to throw it first.
That's good. Everybody pay attention to that. That's important. Nobody needs to lose a hand trying to hurt somebody else.
Already hurt others, not each other. And then you throw it, and it will instantly splash flame everywhere.
I like it. It seems a bit primitive, but I'm sure it's no less effective.
You would be surprised to know how many times it has gotten us out of sticky situations.
Well, if your reputation precedes you like it, think that it does. I don't think I'd be very surprised.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'll let you chew on that piece of fat, though.
So how many do you think we can carry each, probably?
I mean, while still being able to, like, move around. You guys have packs, so maybe you could get, like, 4 or 5 in each of your packs.
Okay.
Because you also want to make sure it doesn't break and leak and...
Can I give Shadow a puppy pack?
No.
All right.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
So is that just a short rest we got?
No, you guys got a long rest, because that was roughly 6 hours, so...
Yay.
That's what I was gonna ask. And I rearranged my spells.
Is that why you weren't talking for a long time?
So I missed a lot of stuff too, but
Great!
I'm much more prepared this time.
Are you?
I
For
don't,
whatever gets
Yeah,
thrown
I
at
don't
us.
know what's
like,
going on,
Hirstag, you
but-
agreed to ride the goat into battle.
but I don't have any speak with plants anymore.
We're going to use you as a human shield.
A dwarven shield.
I'm ready for anything.
Except that. All right, lads. Let's get this going. Team 1, are you ready? You know what you're doing.
Are we team 1?
That's us, Pinwin.
All right, you're team 1.
Can we have a code name
So
for our
ready.
team?
Sure. What would you like to be?
Wolves.
All right, don't you think
Of
that's a bit on the
Moonreach.
nose? I mean, really, it's among yourselves.
Jackals.
The jackals.
Strike
What's a
force.
jackal?
It's a weird dog thing.
All right, so you're the jackals. The rest of us will be teams 2 and 3. So, all right. So jackals, are you ready?
We're ready.
All right. Well, you're gonna go with team 2. I'll be leading team 3. So, let's get going and with as much speed as we can muster.
I extend my
of the
hand
forge.
to Zoid. I'll see you on the other side.
Nah. Well, hopefully the other side is the other side of the wall, not the side of the afterlife.
Okay, whatever, man. I was just saying.
But I'll see you there either way. How about? Eventually, right? We all go. We all expire.
Okay. Wasn't prepared for this conversation. I'm gonna get going.
Sorry, I got a bit of a motor mouth, and everybody kind of wanders away in the middle of my sentences.
We'll
so
have a drink after, I say as I walk
Don't
off.
all gnomes go to hell anyway? Because they're unholy creatures.
banished from the light of wire
So
correct.
maybe we won't see
Tomar.
them.
Yeah, how many drinks have you had, Tomar?
I am so sorry,
I'm
Zoid.
just
He
wildly
gets like this
racist.
sometimes.
Anyway, I'm just kidding.
I didn't say any of that.
Yeah, that was not real.
All right, well, good luck, and don't die. All right, and group 3 that he leads heads out.
Hey, Rory, what group are you in?
He's walking off with group 3.
Oh, Rory. I barely knew him. He's a good guy.
R.I.P. Rory. All right, so
So
now
I walk up.
Rory.
Hey guys, I got my spells figured out for the day.
Good.
So, do you have any idea what's going on?
No.
Well, I guess you'll figure it out.
Well, we agreed to go to the main camp of the enemy and scout out what's going on there.
Hirstag's eyes grow wide.
So, hopefully you're good at sneaking, or hopefully we can glean some, divine some get some info from the tent.
Well, I don't have any divination spells.
Well, how do you know so much about it then?
I mean, I don't have them ready, but
well,
maybe
you
if
should
you were
have
fucking
waited.
listening to the briefing.
We're Team Jackal.
Yes, we
I
are
don't like
Team
that
Jack.
name.
Well, it's
I
both
should
of
have been
you.
there. Sorry.
Jekyll all traits.
Our name would be stupid if I was there.
Nice.
What would you
I would have chosen
presumed a name
Team
would
Strike Force. For sure.
be? Strike Force?
Guys, I think everyone's leaving.
Yeah,
Oh,
you guys. Yeah,
let's go.
Team 2 is leaving as well. You guys are just
Hirstag, take these bottles. They blow up when you light them, and you gotta throw them at stuff.
Okay, I'll put them in my pack quick.
All right, you guys follow Team
Don't
2
let him spill.
out.
Fine.
Super volatile.
So you guys notice that the fan is not spinning as you guys kind of come through all the hallways and into that main room, and you follow the Team 2 out through the that secret entrance, and it is now nighttime. It is, and there, as they said, there's no moon, and it's heavily clouded, so it's very dark. Luckily, you're able to see in the dark, and
Can I cast Druidcraft to see what the weather is going to be like over the night?
you absolutely can.
Okay, I shall do that.
All right, you cast it. It looks like it's going to stay overcast and snowy, but the big bulk of the blizzard passed while you guys were resting.
Okay.
light flurries into next Tuesday.
We got some light flurries here.
Yeah, in that orb, it's like, light little flecks.
Thanks, Al.
Thanks, Hearst. Now back to Tomar with sports.
That's battle.
Today in the gladiatorial combat, it was... All right, so you guys leave from the secret entrance, and you've got a couple of scouts that head of you guys and are watching down the streets and making sure that you don't encounter anything, but they're largely unoccupied as you move through the city, very carefully and quietly. You guys make your way down the street and follow Team 2. They're moving very quietly.
So are we
Are they like
making our
hunched
way
down doing
downtown?
gnomey stuff? Like, how do they
walking
sneak around?
fast?
Eating ass.
All right. Okay, guys. Okay.
This is a very serious game.
Yeah, that's a serious part of the serious game. So, what did you say, Tomar?
We've referenced that enough that it needs to be assured at this point.
walking fast, eating ass.
How do these gnomes snoop about? I want to like get a visual.
They're stalking, like basically, like they're kind of tiptoeing almost, like moving through the city. I mean, they're martial people, but they're not like particularly known for their sneakiness. This group, anyway.
Okay.
They're comprised mostly of the guard, and
Is it cute?
I mean, it's a little adorable. If I had to if you had a gun to my head, it's a bit cute.
Okay.
But no, yeah, you got all these little gnomes like sneaking along, and then Gorbel, taller than everyone, just like creeping along. But you guys make your way down a few streets, and eventually you come to what appears to be a tavern with a big circular door in the front with almost like a crank sticking out of the side, and one of the gnomes looks around and starts spinning the crank clockwise. Well, that doesn't mean anything to you. He starts spinning it to the left a couple of paces, then to the right, and then and the door, instead of sliding out, immediately just drops. Oh. And there's an empty space in there, and you can see a staircase leading directly up. And you guys follow as you go up the staircase, and they lead you down many tunnels, eventually get to another door, and they open up, and you guys are outside of the city gates.
Wow. I mean, wow.
You guys continue to move along, and you encounter, we'll say 3 scouting little campfires with tents, but they make very short work of these guys, and you guys are kind of trailing in the back. And eventually, you guys come out of this rocky outcropping, and about 50 feet below you, along the path, you can see that there has been a little fortification set up. A nice camp. There's about 20 different tents down there, and the lights of the campfire themselves are dimming. Everybody's getting
We're gonna
ready
have to
for
take
bed.
out 20 tents.
I think we got it.
Things might get
4 people?
intense.
We're all renewed and fresh. You don't feel good? I feel good.
No, I feel good, but they probably feel pretty good too.
Since when is Gorbel? I was trying to think of a thing that
They're,
rhymed with
they're still,
scaredy cat.
They're still getting their rest. We're fresh up from our rest.
Yeah.
Who knows how long they've been resting?
They just started. They're turning the fires out.
One, like, kind of a chubby gnome turns around from ahead of you guys and he sticks his finger up to his lips.
Don't shush me, you little fuck. I'll shove you up my ass and turn you into a diamond. Respect my ideas.
He just frowns and shakes his head and
kidding.
turns back. You guys keep creeping along. And you see them kind of start to fan out, and they go through kind of the rockier sections of the outcroppings here, overlooking the camp itself. And you can see they're taking up different positions. You can hear of the closest ones to you pulling back the hammer on their crossbows. And they all set up positions around the camp.
Do they gesture for us to go forward, or
No, it seems like they're more busy with their task. Not
so they're leaving us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So are we I missed that whole briefing thing. Are we supposed to be fighting with these guys? Or
We're getting intel first.
intel?
Guys, to increase our sneakiness, I'm going to cast Telepathic Bond.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That is.
Who are you including in the telepathic bond?
Psycho, Tomar, Hirstag, Pinwin, me, Shadow.
All right.
Maybe tag a gnome that's about
Is
walking away.
anybody...
I mean, there's that shushy gnome. He's pretty near you guys.
You don't tell him, you just have him join our chat.
It's like when
you're
at a
invited
dinner.
to a
What's in my
Facebook group chat.
abs?
He looks at you.
Do you want in on our thoughts? What? Do you want to know what we're thinking when we go down there? What?
It's magic.
She can communicate telepathically.
Maybe then you can give some intel to your fellow gnomes.
Well, why didn't you just say that? Why did you say you want our thoughts?
Do you want in or not?
Because it's all through thoughts.
I am trying to understand what you're talking about.
Okay, it's like a conversation, but it's all in our heads together.
You'll be hearing what we're communicating down
We can
there.
talk through our thoughts.
You're gonna be exposed to some dark stuff, buddy.
Just be prepared to communicate for us to your people up here.
And then maybe you can let us know what's going on up in your section.
You don't have to talk, you can just think it.
Well, this is a lot all at once, but
It's super easy to understand if you just do it.
what do I have to do?
Who besides you would be better at this?
Okay.
Is there any better gnomes?
How dare you? That's rude as fuck.
He's just kidding. It's a joke.
How do I do it? What do I gotta do?
That's
Do I gotta
funny.
do some ritual?
No.
What kind of magic is this?
No.
Just be
All you have to do is kiss my hand.
He looks at you tentatively.
And my hand.
You guys both hold your hands out. He kisses both of your hands, like, really wetly. All right.
You're trying to get all the kisses now, aren't you, Hurst?
So he's inside you guys' thoughts now.
That's my first kiss.
Second.
Yeah, Pinwin kissed you, man.
Hirstag, that was my joke.
I'm not sure what I got into. I don't know if I like this.
No, it's really cool. You can hear what we're thinking.
No, I'm
Look at
aware.
me. I'm just looking right at you. I'm not saying anything, but I can think as loud as I want. It's awesome. And I'm just like
it's
staring at him with my eyes
I guess
bulging.
it's kind of cool.
Are you ready to fuck shit up?
I'll just be perched here, waiting, seeing what's happening.
Let us know if you see anything fucky when we
Do you
go
have like a
down.
favorite amping up song? Sing it in your head for us.
Is it like boo 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 boo?
Come on. I like that.
Thanks.
Well, I got that. I really like. She's coming home after the war. That's my favorite song. It gets me
Wait.
real amped up.
Where was she during the war?
Well, you want to hear the song? Because then you'll know.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, shut up. Let's go.
Well, he can sing while we're
walking.
No, that's going to be distracting.
No, it won't.
It's like
It'll be
I
great.
can't listen to music if I'm trying to find somebody's house in the neighborhood. Like I need to have that quiet so I can locate.
What are you even talking about?
You'll find out when you're older, okay?
Okay, fine. Let's go.
How old are you?
Huh? Me?
Why?
I'm 28.
Oh, cool.
How old
Got
are
a
you?
mission to do here, guys.
How would you know? Mr. Spell Arranger?
Damn, he got your number.
Shut
How
my
old are
mouth.
you?
I'm 21.
Nice.
Yeah.
No.
Nice.
All right. I don't know what's going on here.
Well, we're learning how
But
old
Tomar's
everyone
right. We
is.
should probably go.
How old are all of you? We've never talked about this.
Pinwin, yes, we have.
We have? I forget.
Well, we got a mission that we got to do.
Although
So
I
you
don't
guys
think
just stand there thinking thoughts at each other.
I don't
I
know
mean,
how
we're
old Hirstag
walking,
is.
right?
Hirstag looks like he could be between
Like a million.
Are you
18 and
80?
900.
The dwarves even live that long?
No, they live about 400 years.
I must look old.
Oh, are you 380?
No.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Oh,
You're 20?
what?
Yeah.
You're a baby. Kind of.
Do I look
Where
old?
did you get that beard?
That's only slightly older than us.
That's younger than me.
Pinwin, are you the oldest one here?
Am I the oldest one?
I think Pinwin, you're the
Happy
oldest one.
Pinwin.
Well, no wonder. Me with all my wisdom. You know, we always
Are we
kinda-
walking yet?
I don't know, are you?
I assumed we were walking and thinking. Multitasking.
So you guys are going to head down into the camp. Stealthily, I imagine?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe pop off a pass without trace action.
Oh, yeah, I have it back. That's good news. Okay. Yep, so here we go. Gonna pass without a trace.
You hear Zyko going, pass without a trace, pass without a trace, pass without a trace, pass without a trace.
Yeah.
Maybe look for
Passing without a trace.
a rocky outcropping of some kind.
And we're passing without a trace. It's casted. It is done.
a trace.
We are the shadows.
Sorry, audience.
No, that's Zyko and Pinwin's song.
It's
Yo,
a dad song.
y'all ready?
All right. So, rocky outcropping.
That's what you're looking
that
for?
we can hide behind.
Okay, there are several you to select from.
I'll choose the rockiest, please.
All right, so there's a
Most
particularly
outcroppiest.
there's a particularly rocky and outcroppy spot not too far from you. You guys,
Well, close to the camp, but not within range of lights or torches of any kind.
okay? So yeah, you go down a little bit and you find a really nice little alcove there. What's going on?
Right, why are you smiling like that?
Because we elbow touched. And then he looked like he did something wrong.
Which he did.
How dare you?
In character?
I mean, it could be in character. Sorry about that. I look really bothered by that.
I don't really touch a lot of people.
I don't want to invade your personal space.
It's alright.
Tomas,
Just don't let it happen again.
Wait, did we hear it?
Hear what?
What you guys were saying?
You guys are thinking it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I was thinking it.
All right. So you're at the outcropping.
Alright, so my thoughts are we get one of your
Dog?
Gorbel doubles up into that tent.
A Gorbel Dorble.
That is.
No.
No? No? Nobody?
Yeah.
In the comments below, let me know if you
Dorble.
like Gorbel Dorble.
Horrible.
Maybe we could break apart from multiple sides and we wait for a signal and then we can start hucking Moonreach cocktails at
Okay,
these tents.
well, somebody has to Gorbel sit because my actual body will not be able to see, hear, move.
Maybe Zyko and Shadow could guard your body.
I'm on it.
Sounds good.
Like on it, or?
Whoa.
Oh, weird.
Whoa. He said it. I'm
Oh, no, you said it.
clarification.
Well, I mean,
I will protect Gorbel's body.
good.
Thanks, Psycho.
Good, yeah.
Me and Shadow.
Yes.
All
Think
right.
nothing more of it.
Yep, you got it.
Don't worry about that. All right. Well,
Why's everybody being so weird?
I don't know.
All right.
all right.
I cast Mislead.
All right. And so she sits down. You sitting down cross-legged,
Sure.
and her eyes kind of go vacant, and then all of a sudden there is a secondary Gorbel standing there.
Adorable.
Here I go.
All right. So you're gonna head down.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna sneak along?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I can be invisible, can't I? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
No?
I'm not invisible.
Your body is.
Yeah. So
So she fades into to transparency, and then you see the other Gorbel appear.
Okay.
How are you supposed to
She just
guard what you
walking
can't
down
see?
there?
Just don't move.
okay, so I guess I'm just like going down, sneaking in.
All right. So give
You're
me a
passing
stealth
without a trace, so.
check. I don't know if this would qualify for that since it's a
Natural 20.
well.
Whoa.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You are the knight.
And we're gonna try and sneak to other locations.
All right. So go ahead. Roll stealth.
You
That's
should not have
bumpy.
bounced that.
That is very bumpy.
But add your 10 for the pass without a trace. You with physical forms.
24.
30.
Whoa.
32.
Damn.
Wait, 34, I think.
Wait,
Nope, 32.
All right, so you guys sneak into several nice locations throughout the place.
Within hucking distance.
Within hucking distance. Tomar, you find a nice little kind of almost like a pillar of rock that you can climb up on top of it, and you're overlooking several tents.
Cool.
I almost called you Smoochie. Hirstag, you actually go and find a spot well below, kind of skirting around, and you're actually below several tents, and you can hear snoring going on inside a couple of them. Pinwin, you post up near the entrance to the little camp itself, behind a medium-sized rock.
All right.
And Gorbel, you are stalking through the tents themselves. And what was your stealth check? Oh yeah, natural 20.
Yes.
So you're sneakily moving around, and where are you heading?
I'm heading to the main tent.
All right, you can see it. All of you can see it, in fact, because this tent, it looks much different than the others. It's much larger. It's got a larger central center that kind of peaks up. You definitely can tell that this is a place that they want you to come to if there's, if you need something. Obviously, somebody important is going to be in this tent. That's the impression you get. It's also a nice deep red color, so it almost looks like night itself here when it's this dark out. You going to sneak towards that one? Mm-hmm. All right. You sneak towards that, but you do see that there are 2 guards standing outside of the tent door, the opening there, and they are awake and aware.
Can I sneak around the other side?
You may make that attempt. I'm going to give you an investigation check.
Yeah.
21.
21. All right. You skirt around the right-hand side of the tent, and you think just near the back, almost up against the rock wall that this has been built up against, you can see where one of the tent spikes is missing.
Amateurs.
Interesting. Does that leave a little gap where I can see in?
It doesn't look like you can see in from here. You might have to get closer or perhaps stick your head underneath.
Okay.
Okay.
I scooch up.
Okay, so you scooch up and you stick your head underneath the flap, and you emerge. Your head emerges into the inside of this tent.
Okay, I don't want it to be like.
No, I know. You're being careful, but you can peek through, and you see a.
You're just being born into this tent.
It's like that scene from Ace Ventura or the Danny DeVito scene.
Yeah, always sunny.
No, you peek through, and you can see a dimly lit tent full of furs and very, very nice furniture. It's very garish, even.
Guys, this tent is baller.
You see there's a few tables and a couch in there, and right along the back you can see a bed set up, and there's a sleeping form in there.
We've got 2 alert guards at the front of the tent. Inside the tent, it looks like someone is sleeping in a bed.
Is it Silvara or Vanessa?
Clovara?
I can't tell. There's no beak sticking up.
Give me a perception check.
There is a beak sticking out.
Wow, you're rolling really good for this.
Finally. 22.
All right, you can see not too far, maybe about 3 feet ahead of you off to the left. You can see the tent spike that was originally placed in there. You can see there's a trail of dirt leading from the hole that you are currently peeking through, and you can see it just kind of laying there. The form on the bed shifts a little bit, and you can see behind it now, as the light touches, another figure standing behind the bed, brandishing a knife. A tall specter. In the bed
Guys?
itself.
There is some weird... I think I'm about to witness a fucking murder.
In the bed itself, you see the form shift again, and it turns, still sleeping, and the face pointed directly at you is the young King Gustav, the boy king of Veldelin. And that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
Oh, shit.
You and your cliffhangers?
All right, guys. So that was this episode. We're going to do some experience now. So for the battles encountered here on these last 2 sessions, both episode 10 and now episode 11, I'm going to give
11 and 12.
That was 11 and 12?
Yeah.
Now here on episode 12, we've got some experience to dole out. So for the combat in the alleyway, fucking shit up there, I'm going to give you guys 5,100 experience points.
Moving on up.
For the very creative way you guys have routed different certain scenarios in the last little bit, I'm going to give you guys an additional 150 experience apiece.
Yeah, naked people much.
Yes, those are really, really good. You guys you decided to not go into combat for every single encounter, which is
And then we
great.
really decided to after.
Yeah, exactly. Then you got your fill, like, all right.
I mean, when you're in an alley that's so advantageous for attacking, it just...
Yeah, I mean,
happens.
yeah, it worked. You guys wrecked shit in there.
And they were kind of asking for it.
They were gonna kill us. They were, like, running at us and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
They definitely weren't trying to catch us.
Yes, we are justified in our murdering.
Everything we do.
Sounds very sociopathic. Anyway, okay, I'm going to award extra experience points for kind of figuring out what you guys want to do, joining the group in the gnomes and helping them in their mission, and then deciding on being the group to take on the most dangerous task, and then amongst yourselves figuring out a plan. So that's an extra 100 experience points. All right, what do you deserve experience for?
Distracting those guards with my goat and making off.
Yeah, you can have 50 for that. I'll give you 50.
Distracting those guards with naked people.
Okay, you can have 50 for that.
Killing one of those super fast little creatures.
Yeah, for taking on those guys on your own, you can have 50 experience.
Being willing to take on a whole squad of men to let my friends escape.
It was very stubborn, but it was very Tomar. So yeah, you can have 70 experience for that.
Being polite to the naked people in the illusion.
25 experience.
Also, Hirstag and his storm of fire.
Yeah, that
cool.
was baller. So yeah, you can have an
Super
extra
cool.
50 for that.
Cool.
How about Michaela's improvised Moonreach cocktail?
Oh,
You
yeah,
mean
that was dope.
Gorbels?
Sure.
Yeah, your improvised Moonreach cocktail, that's 50. Because yeah, you can tell you put some thought into that. Anything else worth divvying it out for?
So the last one.
Unleashing Fernando Nightingale.
For finally unleashing Fernando, you can
It's
have
not Fernando.
Fernando?
Ricardo. You mean-
Ricardo!
Okay, it was going to be 50, but now it's 25 because you forgot his name.
Okay, Ricardo. Fernando. That's the coconut you named
No,
in
it's
Florida.
Ferdinand.
God,
I don't
man.
remember any of these names.
25?
25.
It's something.
Should have just kept your
Names
mouth
are
closed.
hard. Yeah.
You gave him that name.
My own. I know.
It's your alter ego.
It
would be
is.
funny, though, if the name does change. Fernando.
Oh, yeah, I tricked those guards into thinking I was Dennis and
Yeah.
Zyko was Robert.
Yeah, okay, you can have 20 for that.
Cool.
Remember when I was trying to convince them you were rocks?
Yeah.
That was-
We were clearly
I don't
not.
need
I'm
points for
gonna
it.
give you 20 for that because that was
thanks.
those are rocks. Like the most ball-faced lie possible. Like they're clearly not rocks.
Pinwin's really working on lying. It's coming along.
All right, guys. Now, unless there's any more experience to divvy up, it is time for tonight's MVPC. That's right, the most valuable playing character, where you guys vote on who deserves an extra 500 experience points based on the last 2 sessions. So for tonight, I usually just pick at random who's going to start, and tonight we're going to start with Pinwin.
Why do you do this?
Because I know it makes you uncomfortable.
Why?
Who do you think deserves tonight's MVPC? And why?
Well,
Who's stumping?
me. I'm thinking. My foot helps me think, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, this makes for great listening.
Yeah, it does. Are you going to keep this really long pause
Just
in?
pick somebody.
Nope, but you're making it harder to edit.
All right. Okay, so I'll go with Hirstag because that wall of fire was super cool.
It was a firestorm.
Firestorm.
Well, then I changed my opinion. Okay, so
cubes.
Hirstag for his Firestorm. Let's go with Tomar.
I will go with Gorbel for being more generally resourceful.
Okay, for a lot of resourcefulness, we're going with Gorbel. Gorbel, who are you voting for?
Are we allowed to pick Zyko?
I mean,
Psycho was really
you could if you wanted to.
I'm really impressed with Zyko. Busting out some spells, doing some cool shit.
Okay, so we've got 1 vote for Hirstag, 1 vote for Gorbel, and 1 vote for Zyko.
Can I change my vote to
No.
Michael? Okay.
Hirstag, who are you voting for?
Probably go with Gorbel.
Okay, so that's 2 votes for Gorbel, and Gorbel wins tonight's MVPC. But why?
I really liked the cocktail thing. She was
Okay.
asking for a buckle. Like we didn't know
yeah,
why
the
she was
heated
doing
buckle
that. Yeah,
thing,
that
that was
was
so cool.
it was cool.
Okay,
Science.
so take an extra 500 experience points tonight, Gorbel, and congratulations on being tonight's MVPC.
Thank you.
And if you guys agree or disagree, if you have any thoughts on who the MVPC is for this this week, please let us know in the comments or send us a really hastily and angrily made snail mail piece. The more hastily, the better. All right, well, that kind of wraps it up. Thanks for listening, guys. Once again, we will be releasing new episodes every Monday and Thursday, so you'll have plenty of time on your weekend to catch up on Thursdays before Mondays. And just make sure you like and subscribe. Tell all your friends. The D20 Syndicate is here to stay, whether they like it or not, especially not. And yeah, so guys, we're the D20 Syndicate, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Did you wave at the microphone and not say bye?
I mean it. I mean it. Goodbye.
That's it.
That was perfect.
I love the
I couldn't not think of how to describe
It's
that.
funny
like
'cause
we were just running.
you as Hirstag kind of says things very similar every time. Like you go, gnomes. You have like this timbre to it, gnomes. Isn't bi-weekly every
Pause.
other week?
It is not
See,
bi-weekly.
no, it is. We already had this conversation.
Bi-weekly is every 2
nope,
weeks.
It
I
means
think it
both.
can mean both.
It means both. Yes.
Google it.
No. Trust me. Bi-weekly can be both.
Googling it.
Yeah.
Bi-weekly.
It can be twice a
Just
week
ask her.
and every other week. Yes. It
Why
is.
would they have one word for those 2
It
things?
means both things. Trust me.
we do it twice a week.
English
Yes.
sucks,
Done
man.
or produced
Every 2
according-
weeks or twice a week.
I hate
The English language.
No, trust me. We were trying to figure out whether it would be
That
bi-weekly or not.
bothers me.
But
No.
there's so many podcasts that
Nope. We weren't trying to
So
figure it
much.
out. Seth asked, and I laid down the law.
Yeah, I was
This
trying
is
to
a twice weekly podcast.
It's a bi-weekly podcast, meaning twice a week, Monday and
Yes.
Thursday.
It's a Bwice weekly podcast.
a Bo Bice podcast.
We just love the guy so much.
Anyway, to D&D now.
D&D now.
What was that?
What was that?
That scared me.
That was my
didn't-
foot. I'm very sorry.
It sounded like somebody slamming a door
Yeah,
in
it
the
so
basement.
scared me.
I was like, oh no.
That was just my monster
Bye.
foot.
Okay.
The look on your face, you looked actually terrified.
I was like, what the fuck? Because
Yeah,
I saw her, she goes,
Like it wasn't
like
Lindsey.
she was gonna die.
Do I really wear my emotions that much?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Lady.
fair.
I didn't do it.
That one was
that?
me.
Lady!
That was Elijah.
That was not me.
Knock it off!
Everyone get your stomps out.
Get it out of your system!